I'm down the woods because I've just received a delivery of some new equipment for our brand new session, a Wild West shooting experience, and I'm about to do some very thorough testing. First of all, we have our iconic Colt Peacemaker. Now this is said to be the gun which won the West because everybody had one basically. It was made originally for the US Army. It got the contract with a slightly longer barrel for accuracy, and this is actually the civilian version. So if you watched any single Wild West type film with Clint Eastwood or John Wayne or any of the newer ones, you would have seen this. Now I'm sure what you're thinking, this looks really realistic, and it does. And the first time you pick one up, you go, wow, this feels realistic as well, because it's got some meat to it and it's got some weight to it as well. But these are actually completely legal. There's no licensing required for one of these whatsoever, because it's not gunpowder. If I open this up, the side panel pops off and there's a cavity here which takes a CO2 gas cylinder, and that basically powers the whole thing. So it is under air pistol rules as far as the law goes. But these are very, very cool because they are proper replicas. They work in basically the same way as a real one. So here is the loading gate on the side, and if I pull the hammer to half cock, which is exactly how a real Peacemaker works, I can rotate the cylinder. And when I rotate the cylinder, I can extract the shells from inside, and these shells are hollow and they take the projectile, which will be shooting 0.177 pellets. So you load your 6 shells, and then by rotating the cylinder you pop them back in again. Get that all the way around. See, there we go, there's the hole in the cylinder, in it goes, and then close the loading gate, decock it, it's ready to go. Listen to that ratchet mechanism. This is where the money's been spent on this replica. It is licensed as well with a pattern on it, but you have the proper ratchet mechanism from a Colt Peacemaker. Isn't that lovely? Great fun to shoot, lovely balance, great fun to hold and point and destroy some tin cans. Next up, we've got our Schofield, made by Smith & Wesson. This particular one was favoured by Billy the Kid, the Outlaw, and is actually an earlier model than the Colt Peacemaker, which is strange because it actually feels a little bit more advanced. It actually, instead of having a loading port on the side where you load the shells one by one, it was designed for the US Cavalry because it needed to be fast. So this is a break action, and it runs on the same principle. The shells pop out, oh, drop one, get another one. Shells pop out and you load them up and you pop them back in again, and it's ready to go. So this could be loaded single-handed on the back of a horse for the US Cavalry when they were charging, but of course people realised how fast they were to reload, and obviously people got a hold of them, like Billy the Kid for example, outlaws, etc. All the good stories. Now of course, like everything we do, we haven't gone into this half-cocked, but we've basically taken a lot of advice, a lot of consultation, and we've done a lot of practice ourselves to make sure that we can deliver a very high quality session where your shooting will improve over the course of about an hour and a half of practical actual activity. This is the Winchester 1894 lever action rifle. Lever action means it reloads with that mechanism under there. And the way this works is exactly the same as the other ones. You take the shells, little brass shells, and you load your pellet into there. And then on the side here is the loading gate. And you take your shell, sorry, and you just pop it in there and push. Take the next one, in there, push. Let's do a third one as well, just for luck, like that. And it holds multiple shots, more than 3. And when I rack it, which basically means opening that up, you'll see the top lift open, and it's empty at the moment. Watch very closely. Oh, there it is. Shell's popped into the chamber, and we close it, and that is ready to shoot. Now, it's not got any gas in it. It takes 2 CO2s, so it's a bit more powerful than the pistols. But I'm just going to decock it anyway. So let's pretend I've shot it. Boom. And I'm going to reload it now. So this is where, again, the money's been spent on the mechanism, because check this out. I'm going to open it up, and the shell which has just been shot flies out the top. The next one's in. Shoots out the top. How cool is that? I love it. It's awesome. So much so, I've actually bought one for myself. Come and have a go. So let's have some fun. Let's do some trick shots and some quick draws and so on. It's the closest you can get in this country legally without having to go through loads of hoops and paperwork for black powder. So hopefully we'll see you on the range very soon. Have a great day.